Story time. And I've been getting so many inboxes about this story. So I said, let me go ahead and throw some parts out for it. But I left off with Leslie being in the hospital after she was brutally attacked and beat up. Her husband was sitting in the corner in a chair. And as soon as Leslie realized he was there, she lost it. She started screaming, calling for security. Her husband then got up like, yo, what's your problem? What you screaming for? She said, don't touch me, get the fuck away from me, don't touch me. Security then ran in along with the nurses and doctors trying to figure out what's going on. Leslie said, I want this man escorted out. I want this man out. He has no right to be here. He's the reason why I'm here. I want this man escorted out. Oscar started saying, I'm sorry. Please don't pay her no mind. She just, she got some meds in her. She not thinking right now. Leslie said, I want this man out of my room right now. The doctors and the security was looking so confused because they knew that was her husband. So for her to be saying that was like throwing them off. The security then went to Oscar and said, I think it'd be best if you just come on out. Let's talk for a little while and try and figure out if we can see what's going on. Oscar said, all right, but just give me one moment. He looked at Leslie and he said, are you sure you're making the right decision? I want you to think about this real clearly. Are you sure you're making the right decision? Oscar gave her this look of death. Like, if you don't straighten up, it's going to be a problem. Leslie thought about it. She said, fine, he can stay. I'm sorry, he can stay. Just let him stay. So they all walked out. Oscar went up to Leslie, took both of his hands, and grabbed her by the neck. He said, if you ever do anything like that ever again, I will kill you right now. Do you hear me? She said, yes. He let her go and said, now get your shit, because we about to go. We got work to do. Leslie got up, got dressed, and left with him. A week went by, and Leslie decided to go visit her dad in prison. Her dad's name was Carter, and Carter used to be a real big-time drug dealer back in the day, but he got into an argument with his best friend, shot and killed him, and got sentenced to life. During that time, Carter told Oscar to run his business while he was inside, which is exactly what Oscar had been doing. When Leslie went to see her dad, she told him about what had went down over when she went to do that drop, and how she was in the hospital and how Oscar had set her up. Her dad was mad, but then Leslie told him that she had a plan. Her dad said, well, what's the plan? She said, well, Dad, I really don't want to get you involved. It's just something I want to do. And he said, baby, you can tell me anything. You can trust me. She said, okay. Leslie told her dad how on Fridays is when Oscar meets up with the Jamaicans to get the drugs. She said when he gets them, he drops them off at the stash house. He doesn't do anything with them until the next day. Her dad said, I know this. What's up? Okay. She said, Dad, that's when the next day I'm going to take the drugs. Oscar won't know what happened to them. You know how much money he going to lose and what's going to happen with him and the Jamaicans when they find out that their shipment has disappeared? Her dad said, well, what are you going to do with the drugs? She said, I'm going to burn them. Stay tuned for part 4, because just when you think you can trust somebody, it doesn't work like that. And we already know how crazy Oscar is. So watch and see what happens next.